Hello, comrades, and welcome back to the Commonwealth of America. We are still preparing, we are exercising all our troops. We have brought at least somewhat peace to the Indian subcontinent, though the border gore is disgusting to look at. Sudan is in open revolt. The Third International is crushing the Russians. Everything seems acceptable. We are starting the Committee of Strategic Service, then decentralized planning, then power to the people, and then the revolution continues. Maybe I'll go reconstruction is over onto a new America. The next war. Our armies have been tested and came out on top against one of the most well-trained militaries in the world. The next war we face is not certain, and the forces of reaction may move fast. We can rely on our loyal Americans to exceed military standard of their debased predecessors. Guerrilla warfare. The Revolutionary Brigade is now ready to commit to guerrilla warfare, a style of resource-conservative fighting pioneered by Cedeno in Nicaragua. And then the Home Guard. Lessons of the Revolution, the Rebel Girl, this Revolutionary Rangers, Bomber Squadron, Bomber Support, Radar, more airports, Air Defense, Air Technology, early anti-air. It unlocks this one. Anti-air guns. Yeah, sure. Do we have any greens? Yeah, half of you are like green. Though not for much longer. Done. You have 2 greens. You don't have any greens. You're no longer green. And you'll take too long. You no longer have greens. Fortified. I see. Okay, I've completed Miami naval base, which means that your new central naval base is Florida. Don't know why it was Puerto Rico before, but it's now Florida. I see they fortified the part of the Pennsylvania line. Here we are. You can stop garrison and form up here. And so can my tank divisions. Deployment should be in Pennsylvania, and it should be to the tank brigades. Wrong one. So, tank brigades. Tank ones. That reminds me. Your color. No longer need to exercise. Your color shall be changed. It's a deep red. Color shall be changed to yellow. Color shall stay blue. Yeah, first of all, you should become the 5th Army. You should be purple. Your color should be deep blue. And your color should be pink. There we go. Now they at least stand out from each other. God, you have an ugly mustache. Oliver Law shall rule this army. He is great at planning. Good supplier. Not very well versed in either attack or defense. And the French Republic seems to have gotten in problems. The Tugu Confederation and Rwanda having declared independence. 2 divisions, 5 divisions, over 30. You have service by requirement. And still lack quite a bit of manpower. Huh. Yeah, I'm kind of tired. Well, 100 support for the party, 100 stability, and almost 100 war support. This one is probably the best one because 100 stability gives some pretty nice buffs. Construction speed, factory output, dockyard output, division, orc, and some minor political power. This one gives major political power. Good, I'm now producing 1 carrier fighter there, but not 1 carrier naval bomber. Good, now as soon as you're done, you can begin to build level 1 forts all along the front line. This one shall not be built, this one shall be built and moved above it. Front line, 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 front line. There we go. You should be built to level 30, all of you. Level 3, level 3, level 3, level 3, level 3. There we go. Just in case they decide. Reconstruction. I should probably end reconstruction since I'm no longer building civilian factories. And it would give some pretty nice bonuses. More political power, more stability, more recruitable population factor, more population. Committee of Strategic Services. Come on. Come on. Maybe I should build some... No, you know what I'm gonna do before I'm done building all of these? I'm gonna build up my air bases. Idaho. I'm gonna build them doing over the entire front line was done. Gonna build air bases in Puerto Rico. Gonna build air base in Alaska. Don't really have any other foreign policies. Down here. Down there. Down there. Middle of America. Over there. And there. Down here. Down. Down here. You shall be shoved above the fort building. But of course you guys shall all be in the top. There we go. Now once I'm done building all of my factories and infrastructure, then I shall begin on building loads and loads of air bases. You have an unknown focus. Mandatory enrollment in Cadet Corps. It's a really powerful buff. Homecoming. Return of the King. Canadian nobility's fate, loyal to British investment. Breadbasket of the Empire. Social welfare. Modernize the army. Modernize the cap. Canadian military. New Canadian officers. God save Canada. Canadian Day. Iceland don't seem to fall into any kind of radicalism. Don't the Commonwealth of America have seen Danish possessions? Denmark is fine with Sweden. Does Norway with bad terms put Denmark and Sweden? Sweden loves me, or Britain loves me most. Going to the segment, Hemingway's speech, same ideology. France loves me most. Like, internationalism proponent, trade partners, into the Second Congress, Hemingway's speech, similar ideology. I find that an insult to socialism, that they call totalism a similar ideology. I'm quite surprised how they haven't taken over Sardinia yet. Okay, I have 128 ships. You don't have that many. You don't have that many. All of those don't have that many combined. You have 1. 8. You have most of the name. Soon the Committee of Strategic Services are complete. And then I can declare Reconstruction over. Because it will be. What is Revolutionary Brigade? Free support for support technology. This one for M8 rockets and motorized. But yeah, I'll declare Reconstruction over. The crimes of this guilty nation seems to have finally been washed away, even if it took blood and fire to break the old system. We have brought to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, a land of the free, equal and prosperous laborers. And now I can begin on that one. Office of Strategic Services. More decryption, more encryption, effective parts anonymous, and special forces cap multiplier thing. You shall only deploy once. Marine divisions. How many battalions can I have? 160. Okay, I have 122 divisions in the field. All 2,418 battalions. Night attack. Land night attack has been reduced in negative effects. I guess I can add production. Do I have anything I need to produce? Not in land that I'm not already am. Guess I could produce more fighters. Or just more planes in general. Better maintenance companies, better recon companies. Come on, reconstruction is practically over. Time to remove this buff, I guess it is. Yeah, it'd be a buff. So that I can build my military factories even faster. Only need 100 more and then all of my divisions have M3 half-tracks. Okay, I have ridiculous amounts of things in store. Ridiculous amounts of equipment. Though not so much strategic bombers and heavy tanks. I'm just gonna remove them already. There we go. And also the strategic bombers. I have no need for them. The same with tactical bombers. There we go. Now I have nice, huge stockpiles of everything. Don't know as much as I would like of certain things, like medium tanks. Well, I'm not actively using naval bombers, since my naval bombers aren't carriers. Still have to upgrade all of my planes to P-40 Warhawks A1. I lack rubber. Where shall I get them from, actually? New England. Be fun to see stuff from New England. I'll take it from New England. Don't really have anything to spend 150 political power on, since I have no theorists to buy. Guess I could look for my cabinet. Yeah. Not the best one I could get. Get syndicalist, apologetic clerk, Greek compromise, biased intellectual, general staff, totalist. Maybe I can get a radical socialist, one of those. No, only totalists often. General staff. Production efficiency. Okay. Tank proponent. That fleet administrative genius. Radical socialist industrialize. Industrialize oil baron. Okay, what does my current one give? Production efficiency. He's a mixed economy dude. I think this. I'd rather have this one. Minister of the Interior, encryption, and this one. Efficiency, compassionate gentleman, crime fighter, silent lawyer, health and safety, man of the people, crime fighter, silent lawyer, stability, persistence, growth versus. Nah, he's bad. Dismissal enigma. He gives encryption and political power game. .5 encryption, but you would also give research time. This dude. There we go. Just reshuffled my entire cabinet practically. Or at least most of it. Need steel? That's a first. Let's import all of Mexico's steel. All the things they're exporting anyways. Guerrilla army. Let's see how much of the steel is they exporting. 11. They're importing most of it. Operational, max planning and reinforce rate. Yeah. Come on, I can almost declare reconstruction over. As times begin to justify. No, not yet. American capitalism. Minutemen of New England. Which is a really, really powerful one. Unknown focus. I wonder what it is. That reminds me, as soon as you're done, I'm gonna send you down here and focus on encryption. Or decryption. Gain base stability. 100 political power and modify social revolution by more political power, more stability. Recruit effects on monthly population. Industrial workers of the world. Unite. Now I'm producing 3 per day. I'm almost producing 1 an hour. A tank an hour. Producing a mechanized now. I'm producing over 2 an hour. 2 trucks an hour. And loads of infantry equipment. Let's try and click on some of our single troops here. Look at the equipment. Mostly M1 caliber, still a lot of M1 Thompsons. Most of it has been replaced by 155mm as well. Not that bad, not that bad. Let's look at our equipment. How much is lost by attrition? A lot of equipment was lost by attrition. No combat seen in the last 12 months. No, I would hope not. Fuck, just deploy them now. And let's train up an entire army of tank divisions. No. Let's see, how many divisions can I train? I can train about 6 infantry divisions with having my 40 combat with ones. So they are really good divisions. Only 4 kilometers now though, mostly minus infrastructure it seems. Loads of soft attack due to infantry artillery. Good chunk of hard attack too. Mostly due to the anti-tank guns. Don't know a lot of defense. Nobody's breaking through them, that's for sure. Quite a bit of defense as well. A lot of piercing. Actually, mostly from infantry. Entrenchment 9, combat with 40. I need more chromium. And Sudan was annexed, as expected. And less steel. I hadn't expected otherwise. Rafael Tiata Toyokalatolis Congo. All of Cuba. Nah. At least reconstruction is soon over. Or at least I have declared reconstruction over. North Texas, 11 military factories. Loads of air bases everywhere. Huh, only needs 69,000 infantry guns now. Producing loads of boats. Pretty sure I have the largest navy in the game right now. Or at least one of the larger. So what do you have? Not that many. Not even close. Not even close. Not close. Big, but not that big. 1 ship, 0 ship. 1, 0, 8. 190 max. 77 at max. 81 at max. 64 at max. 44 max. Okay, these dudes are. The Scandinavians seem to really like their navies. 1. 14, 32 to 41, 131. Reconstruction is a new America. Not necessary. Decentralized planning. State governments have brought forth an awakening of self-sustaining communes in cities and even counties, cooperating closely with their neighbors and maintaining a well-functioning social order. Although this system is nowhere near utopian, it is the first step towards true workers' paradise. And here we go. Social revolution. Plus 0.15. Political power gain, plus 15 stability, 15 recruitable population factor, 15 monthly population. Good. Gain 11,750 recruitable population monthly, and a peace conference just between the Qing and the Empire of Japan. The Qing annexing all of Manchuria and Korea. Japan is still fighting the Ostasien Gelagkraft. Ostasien Gelagkraft. I'm not that good with it. I had 3 years of German, but I'm not good with it. That would be a shame to say. The Kingdom of Siam is somehow beating them back. Senia has released Somalia as the puppet. Sultan of Egypt have re-annexed those dudes. Turkey for some reason liked the Sultan of Egypt. Decentralized planning. Play that Zelda sound. Syndicalist economics. It'll give me minus 5% research time. Modern dreadnoughts. Even as most navies with varying degrees of reluctance and dismay were forced to concede the ascendancy of carriers over traditional gun warships, some naval designers still dreamed of creating the ultimate battleship, gritted in nearly impenetrable armor, blistering with anti-aircraft batteries and armored with triple 16 inches turrets or equivalent extreme amount. Those designs represent the very pinnacle of heavy warship design. Conceived in the twilight of the age of gun warships, those designs were seen as obsolete even before the drafting was complete, mainly by advocates of ascendant air power. You know what? I can one-up you. I'm gonna do both. Civilian factories. How many am I getting from trade? 65. Oh yeah, I love that you buy my shit. It allows me to build it up to become great superpower. That gonna curve stomp all of you really fucking hard. Like, I could just find a clairvoyant, but I want to see what this means, that we shall begin to look to spread socialism throughout the America. I want to see what it does. So I'm gonna have to do these two first. Power to the people. Perhaps for the first time in our nation's history, true democracy is flourishing, not the illusions of freedom concorded by corrupt politicians and greedy businessmen, but real direct democracy means governing our new commonwealth. We enshrine this power in the unassembled amendments. True democracy. Wouldn't that be a sight to see in the world? See, I still have to spend 80 to rebuild New England once I reconquer it. After all, when I beat Canada in the Civil War, they only gave me Alaska back. Foreign claims, United States of America. Sadly, they don't exist anymore. Well, not so sadly, depending on your point of view. The Social Democrats here only have 26, while the Australasian God has 24. I think the only reason they're in power right now is because they've entered into a coalition with the syndicalists, Long Labour, and the other Democratic parties to keep the nationalists off their back. Though uncommon because most of the time and throughout history, conservatives would rather align with National Socialists than more extremes and keep the other guys out of power. And I still wait for you to deal with Peru because by God I hate this border goal. Like, I have a feeling it's one of those situations right where it's technically owned by Peru, but I'm pretty sure it's run by Argentina. Oh yeah. Actually, focus on inventing radar. Better tanks, you know what I mean? Better armor, better main gun, better engine, better reliability. Last point should be spent on engine. And T20A1. I need loads more steel. There we go. Now I'm producing 14 medium tanks a day, and I need 7,200. That's gonna take a while. Producing 4 fighter planes a day. Time seems to be flowing a bit quicker than when war was fighting in the Indian subcontinent. But that's probably because, you know, there are less troops now. Well, less troops is an overstatement. They still have a ridiculous amount of troops around the world. Like, oh yeah, just casual 220 to 500. But then again, you have service by requirement, and it's lost more. It seems like you've reached a stalemate on the eastern front around here. The Germans have 70, 100, 200, max, 100 max. You have 0 manpower and you have fucking false conscription. 0 manpower and service by requirement. How many men have you thrown at the Netherlands? I don't know in which one they're at war with the... Yeah, Third International. Which one of that war with the... Yeah, this one. 1.14. France. Like, how many men have you thrown away against the Deutschland? 109,000. Not enough to appear. 12, 18. Commonwealth of Canada, 165. The Russian Empire have killed loads in return then. Socialist Republic visited lost 2.1 million to the Russian Empire, while the Russian Empire only has lost 1.15 million. No wonder they've instigated a stalemate. Started a stalemate, I guess. French Republic lost 1.1 million. 1.11 million. Commonwealth 800. 268. It's not going very well for them, are they? Let's just say I'm gonna wipe out your Pacific capabilities in a long weekend. Actually, I shall establish like 2 Marine divisions on the west coast in Washington. They shall of course be part of the Marine Army. But their job shall be to invade Queen Charlotte Island. Just a quick naval base establishment in that province. They aren't even covering for Vancouver. I can literally march straight into the seas. Then I march into the seas Victoria. You two will march down and seize this part of British Columbia. Well, I'll send 2 Marine divisions to Queen Charlotte's Island. Meanwhile, my heavy push through New England shall push overseas Ottawa and Montreal. It will not be going very well for me, let's say that. Victory ships, United Government, National Research Council, Canadian Broadcast, Panamanian Profits, Trans-Canada Alliance, Rally the Country, Division Defense and Core Territory, Dominion Air Training Program, ICT Investments, the Mounties, it's partisan honors, daily political power call, civilians, military constructions. All adults serve, and you still only have that much manpower. You have a small air force compared to me, a small navy, small production, smaller army, small dockyards, civilians. You're basically just a weaker version of me. And it's even worse if we look at New England. Even if we add you 2 forces together, you'll be at nothing. Nothing but fucking dirt under my boots. In the way of the revolution, standing in the way of the revolution. But I can up these. Great, more military factories. Like this. Even more military factories available. Decentralized economy. Power to the people. The revolution continues, is within hand. Okay. While stability brought to our democratic government, our economy, and internal security, we can begin to heal. The scars from the Civil War will last for many more years, but that doesn't mean our nation is infirm and weak. The struggle continues, and the fires of the revolution itself still burn, and the Commonwealth shall stand tall as a liberating force for all. Funny, wouldn't it be if I could just from top down form Central America? Of course, it has to be Nicaragua that formed when they're currently paternal autocrats in a socialist faction. Foreign companies expanding the Guardian Nicaragua, reopen trade, political repression, export economy, export profits. Your war support ain't doing that well. Let's actually look at your here. New election. Back in the day, I couldn't read, and no money was available, so I was stand for the common man. To free our people, we must protect ourselves and bring revolution for peace. The liberal mindset can be shared with others as long as we are self-dependent. Then they have the second option. Joining the Republic. Central America annexes Nicaragua. Our independence. Expanding imports. Asserting. Removing the term limit. Tightening our hold. Keeping the status quo. Foreign alliance to world markets. Yeah, it'd be easy to roll through. Oh, I don't think it'll be easy to roll through Central America. It'll be easy to roll through. It'll be easy. No, wait, you're not supposed to build that. You're supposed to, what was it? You can build better fighter planes. Research better fighter planes. Yes, this one now has a -5% research time. Which means the ultimate is -32. Soon I've brought the modern dreadnought. I can build the modern carrier after this. Even once the dominance of heavy carriers have become indisputable, there were many powers that could not afford such ships. Yeah, I should probably begin to build heavy carriers. Modern heavy carrier, the final pre-nuclear evolution of fleet carrier design. Those ships approached the side of the first fleet carriers, while incorporating all of the design improvements made in the intervening years. I should probably begin developing heavy carriers. Mod destroyers, that kind of thing. Rally the people. I'm pretty sure over here in the naval part. Destroy capitalism. Cut off capitalism. Cut off capitalism with London's carrier. So I think I'll actually go with that one. Cut off capitalism is the one that goes space track. Republic P27 Boracano. Need more rubber. I'm pretty sure I've soon imported all of Panamanian rubber. Come on, power to the people. Seems to have ended in a stalemate here. Very interesting. Stalemate because Kiev has just been seized. Well, if someone could deal with the French Republic, that would be nice. What is this one? Naval expansion, capital ship, carrier, screen, submarine. It doesn't really matter that much when you can't feel when you have to go. Oh, they've had a new election. Early heavy carriers. The first fleet carriers designed entirely as such. Most of those ships were significantly smaller than their predecessors, due to being intentionally centered around the requirement of naval aviation, were also far more reliable with the role with better anti-aircraft. Probably designed were raised to carry around 60 aircrafts. Yeah. Carry 60, how much do I my modern? Yeah, advanced carriers, they only carry 15 plus 15, that's 30 aircraft. Not really that much. And this is an advanced carrier. You can bet your ass you wouldn't want to meet my navy, because it's gonna have super heavy dreadnoughts. It's also going to produce 2 modern dreadnoughts. I need much more chromium and much more steel. There we go. Building 2 modern dreadnoughts. 2 super heavy dreadnoughts. Still 11 cruisers. Deploy. Hope. Your job shall be to invade from this port to Queen. Oh yeah, that's right, I haven't even built the Eastern Navy yet. Oops. Well, I know what I'm gonna do as soon as this Navy shit is done. And it's gonna be this after I've built some heavy cruisers. Like 4 heavy cruisers. Then it's gonna be done. Then I'm gonna split it in half. And then I'm gonna sail half around here. Power to the people. Come on. I will get. I don't care. I will go to the revolution continues, even if it has to be a longer episode. America and International. I will not be notified, because I do not care. On market, I could limit my exports. I could go free trade. Disarming the nation. No. You know what I'm gonna play. I know you do. Come on, music. I'm waiting. There we go. The World of Tomorrow. First science fiction convention. Today in New York City, the first ever World Science Fiction Convention was gathering literary minds in science fiction to discuss and talk about the genre of science fiction. It has such people as John W. Campbell, Isaac Asimov, Ray Bradbury, Donald A. Waldheim, Frederick Paul, John Michael, Robert A. W. Lawrence, and Jack Gillespie. While it had a modest size of 200 participants, it was still considered a success, with the second one planned next year. The World of Tomorrow. Okay, I might stretch it a bit. I'm not gonna do this one. The next one shall be known as The Revolution Continues. And you're gonna be prepared for that. And you're gonna be happy when it comes. Come on, we have declared power to the people. By the people, for the people. Now and forever. And I'm gonna end the episode here. Wait a bit. There we go. I'm gonna end the episode here. With the world dawning on America, finally, no longer war-torn by the Civil War. And now a stable socialist democracy. New America has emerged and is preparing to step onto the world stage. Nobody knows what the future of tomorrow will bring, only hope that the glorious revolution can be spread worldwide. See you guys next time. Vive la revolution!